by making vehicles and transportation infrastructure technology enabled and data informed, smart mobility has the potential to transform society. That's according to a new report by Strategy and Middle East. Dr. Ulrich Kugler is with us. He's one of the co-authors of this new study. Dr. Ulrich, great to have you back with us. Why is it important then for cities like Dubai to continue to invest heavily in smart mobility?
First of all, good evening. Actually, I think transportation and mobility systems potentially are the most inefficient systems that we have in the world. I mean, we spend tens of thousands of dirhams to buy a car just to park it for 90% of the day. Or we spend billions of dirhams into roads and bridges, and then in average they are used only 20–30% of their total capacity. And if we use the systems, well, then we spend our time in traffic jams, and by collateral we are polluting the environment and produce noise and harm to our citizens. So I think no other system is prone more for doing it smarter.
So can you give us an idea of some of the key projects currently underway here in the UAE when it comes to smart mobility?
I think the most prominent and potentially also well-known project is the RTA's aspiration and target to have about 25% of all trips by 2030 in autonomous vehicles. So the RTA is experimenting with a lot of different systems, be it with heli taxis, be it with robo taxis. A lot of effort goes into achieving this aspirational target. But we also have other technologies, and perhaps an example outside the UAE, Riyadh has established an artificial intelligence-enabled traffic light system, which considerably has improved the congestion in the city. And ultimately, I think it's very clear that big tech is looking in how to integrate our mobility needs into their overall pampering of our life with integrated solutions.
So what sort of, real value and return on investment can be delivered through smart mobility?
Well, I mean, I think in the beginning I already pointed out that we spend a huge amount of money in systems which we don't really use. So even using a car 2 hours more a day would halve our investment into cars. And I think we will see two levels of real value for us as citizens. First, while autonomous systems not yet are fully deployed, we will just see smoother flow of traffic, more predictability, and less time wasted in traffic jams and polluting the environment. But ultimately, once autonomous systems come on board, we will really kind of get quality of life back, because we will make use of the time that we are currently now just simply wasting on transiting.
Dr. Ulrich, one final question for you. How will reinventing mobility have an important, impact on the workforce?
I mean, there are two elements to it. On one side, we have to acknowledge there are about 1 million to 2 million people in the region who are making a living of driving, of transportation. And we will see that this workforce, unfortunately, will need to look for alternative opportunities. On the other side, for people who are using transportation systems or cars or metros, time will become much more valuable. We will get our time back, which we are currently spending on driving or on commuting. So we will potentially see very different time models in the workforce to be deployed, because we can either work during the commute or we can do other things.
We'll leave it there, but Dr. Ulrich Kugler, appreciate your time. Thanks a lot.